When's the last time you did absolutely nothing? And I don't mean scrolling through your phone or taking a break to check emails. I mean truly nothing. If you can't remember, we need to talk. The truth is, we live in a world where being busy isn't just normal, it's expected. We wear it like a badge of honor. We've got goals. We want success, happiness, and that picture-perfect life where everything finally clicks, and our calendar is packed, our minds spinning 24/7, and somehow, downtime feels like a waste. But what if the secret to doing more, to being more, is doing absolutely nothing?
Nice.
I first stumbled across this idea while scrolling through Instagram Reels one night. The phrase dolce far niente popped up on the screen, a beautiful Italian expression that translates to the sweetness of doing nothing. Actually, the first time I watched Eat, Pray, Love, I'll admit, I didn't get it. There's this scene where Elizabeth is sitting in Rome, surrounded by amazing food, great company, and warm conversation. But instead of enjoying it, she blurts out, "I haven't accomplished anything in weeks." And what do her Italian friends do? They laugh. Not because they're mocking her, but because to them, that's the whole point. Do Italians know what we don't? I remember sitting there thinking, wait, what? Because I was Elizabeth in that moment. So caught up in the idea that every minute needed to be productive that I couldn't imagine slowing down without feeling guilty. In Italy, there's a phrase that doesn't really exist in our culture, dolce far niente. It means the sweetness of doing nothing. Something about it hit me hard. It made me rethink the last 6 months of my life. Now don't get me wrong, this isn't about being lazy. I've always prided myself on being ambitious. I've tackled project after project, taken on wild challenges, and built my whole identity around hustle. When things didn't work out, I didn't rest. I pivoted, doubled down, and pushed harder, until I couldn't. Burnout isn't just feeling tired. It's like hitting a wall at full speed. It's physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion all rolled into one. I kept telling myself, just one last push and I'll rest after this. But I never did. Instead, I piled on more goals, more late nights, and every attempt felt like another swing and a miss. Why are we terrible at doing nothing? Let's be honest, most of us are absolutely terrible at doing nothing. We've been trained to feel guilty the second we sit down without a purpose. Rest feels like failure. Silence? Awkward. We live in a culture that glorifies the gas pedal. Keep pushing, keep grinding. We've been flooring it for so long that burnout doesn't feel like a possibility, it feels like an inevitability. So what do we do instead? We call it a break, and then spend it scrolling Instagram while half listening to a Netflix show we've already seen 3 times, convinced we're relaxing. Hustle culture has taught us that being busy means we're important. But that noise, it's just that. Noise. We act like rest is something we have to earn. But the truth? You don't have to cross off every item on your to-do list to deserve a break. You don't have to hit your goals first. Meanwhile, the Italians, they figured this out centuries ago. They don't treat life like a race, they treat it like a Sunday drive. They stop, they breathe, they let their minds wander. Think of life like driving. Productivity, that's the gas pedal. Rest, that's the brakes. And if you're only using gas with no brakes, you're gonna crash. Simple as that. And guess what? Science backs them up. Some of the best ideas don't come when you're staring at a screen willing yourself to be productive. They come when you're relaxed, on a walk, taking a shower, staring at the sky. Yeah, they didn't happen at desks. Archimedes, he was literally taking a bath when he had his eureka moment. Einstein, he wasn't locked in a lab. He was out on long, aimless walks, letting his mind wander. Here's the thing, doing nothing isn't doing nothing. It's creating space. Space for your brain to stop reacting and start connecting the dots. You might think you're zoning out while sipping your coffee, staring into space, but that's when your mind quietly goes to work behind the scenes. So the next time someone calls rest unproductive, remind them that Archimedes wasn't trying to grind harder when he changed the world. He was just chilling in a bathtub. All right, so you're convinced. Dolce far niente sounds amazing, but how do you actually do nothing? Here's 5 rules for mastering the art of doing nothing. 1. Turn off distractions. No, you don't need to check Twitter again. You don't need to see who liked your post or scroll through that one group chat that somehow never sleeps. Try unplugging for just an hour. No TV, no emails, no notifications, just silence. At first it's going to feel weird, like you're forgetting something, but give it time. That quiet, it's the sound of your brain finally breathing. 2. Savor something decadent. Whatever your guilty pleasure is, lean into it. And I'm not talking about wolfing it down while answering Slack messages. Whether it's chocolate mousse, a fancy coffee, or your favorite slice of pizza, treat it like a spiritual experience. Take a bite, breathe in the flavors. Yes, I know that sounds dramatic, but seriously, when's the last time you actually tasted something instead of inhaling it on autopilot? 3. Daydream. Don't overthink. This one's simple. Sit somewhere quiet and let your mind wander. No problem solving, no planning tomorrow's to-do list, just drift. Think of it like listening to ambient music. You're not trying to figure it out. You're just letting the sounds, or in this case, your thoughts, flow. And who knows, that random daydream could turn into your next big idea. 4. Take a walk without an agenda. Go outside and take a walk, not for your step count, not to clear your inbox while you stroll, and definitely not to argue about politics with your buddy. Just walk. Look around. Notice the breeze, the colors, the sounds. Leave your inner multitasker at home. 5. Spend time with people you love. When's the last time you had dinner with someone? No TV in the background, no phones on the table, just good food and real conversation. Cook something simple together, turn on some music, laugh about something stupid. Let the conversation meander with no destination. The goal isn't to catch up or be productive, it's to just be there. Doing nothing isn't lazy, it's the reset your brain's been begging for. You don't need to book a trip to Tuscany or quit your job to live this out. You just need to give yourself permission to pause. Start small. 5 minutes with no phone, no to-do list, no guilt. Breathe. Let your mind wander. The world will keep spinning, and when you come back, you'll notice something surprising. You'll feel clearer, sharper, more alive, because rest doesn't slow you down. It fuels everything that matters. As the Italians might say, buona pausa. Take a good break. You've earned it. Just by being here.